Now, in other business news, around 600 to 700 Akasa Air flights were cancelled after some pilots quit abruptly. Akasa Air CEO in an email said a small set of pilots abandoned their duties and left without serving their mandatory notice period. So, turbulent times, for recently formed low-cost airline Akasa Air. Now, as per reports, abrupt resignations by as many as 43 pilots, with over 40 pilots quitting without serving the mandatory notice period as per their contracts altogether. To discuss this further, we are joined by aviation expert and former executive director of Kingfisher Airlines, Mr. Parvez Damania. Thank you for your time. We'd like to begin by asking you, what are the reasons for another low-cost airline facing tough times?
Basically, India, the aviation industry is growing very fast, growing at an excellent pace. It's become the third largest aviation industry in the world, and the growth rate is extremely high. But unfortunately, the availability of manpower is a very serious problem. And this problem is not going to vanish easily, because getting a pilot to a position of him becoming a captain commander takes a long time, and it's a complicated process, and you cannot speed it up. The guy has to have that many hours to reach that level. So this problem is very, very obvious, and it's going to remain with us. It's easier for airlines to get planes than to get commanders. And this problem is not only in India, all over the world there's a shortage of commanders. So even if we do get the commanders from abroad at a very high cost rate, still it's going to affect, and that many commanders may not be available. So I think airlines will have to do a very long-term planning to see that they produce their own commanders till it reaches a decent level.
All right, easier for airlines to get planes than pilots. How do you think we can tackle this crisis going forward then?
See, the pilot shortage is not going to end. The demand for trained pilots and experienced pilots, senior co-pilots and trained commanders is always going to remain. So I think airline will have to plan better, decide what is their ability to recruit pilots, how many they will get, the availability in the market, the availability in international market, and then make up the expansion plans.
All right. So as you've said, planning is the need of the hour. Now, what is your message to the government as an aviation expert for the industry?